if you're then in Web3 and you're not seeing the desired results you're looking for, keep doing it. All right. Okay. So you might not be doing the right thing. All right. Yeah. So you need to, like I said, find the community. Yeah. Because from the community, you see a lot of people. You see people who you can look up to, people who can advise you, people who are in your skill set. You can build friends from there. The greatest thing I ever did was building relationships.
Very, very important.
If I didn't build relationships, there's no Xelma.
I don't think. What's up, everyone? It's your boy Thompson Anointing from Positive Thought Podcast. And today we are live on the pod with Isreal Rex. He's the founder and lead designer at Xelma. Welcome to the show, Isreal.
Thank you, Thompson. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you for joining us today. Do you mind sharing a little bit of what you guys do at Xelma.com?
Yeah, sure. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm excited to be here also. All right, so at Xelma, we're a group of designers and developers who are experienced in building Web3 products. So basically what we do, or what we love to do, is help new projects develop user interfaces that scale and achieve their goals. You know, every team, every project has a goal when they start out. So our job is to come in, help direct that thought, engage with their potential users, and make sure that they achieve that goal they're looking forward to with their app.
Yeah, that's
what we do.
I think that's a very interesting project. Do you mind sharing a little bit about your transition from Web 2 to Web 3? You know, what was the driving force or the motivation behind building off and developing of Xelma?
Awesome. All right, so I think the very striking motivation for me was engaging in the being among the next big thing, all right, like blockchain, Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies is new tech that people are just yapping about. Yeah. Like, I just want to be involved, all right? Yeah. So, you know, like the early internet, you know, basically, I didn't just want to miss out, right? But so while getting in, I found a few ways to make myself stay in there for a while, because aside motivation, there's gonna be other things. There's the community there, and it was very rewarding actually. So yeah, that was the driving force to switch Web 2 to Web 3 in an instant, so fast.
Well, that's good. I think we all have that similar story, especially for builders in the Web 3 space.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, there is one thing or the other thing that made everyone, maybe not everyone, but a good number of builders in the Web3 space transition from Web 2 to Web 3. Some people, it's, you know, the quest to survive in life. Some other people, is the quest to build a new technology. Some other people is to provide solutions, while some other persons just want to be part of the whole innovation and development of the world to, serve humanity at large. Yeah. But so far so good. What's the journey been like? The building Xelma with the whole.
Yeah, it's been exciting. Yeah, it's been exciting. It's been rough, because we being an agency. So basically, we depend on projects to survive. Yeah. We have to keep up with new projects or existing clients. And when the bear market comes around, most projects or most people, most teams just fold inside.
That's right.
And they just go off the radar in that period. So it's very crazy. It's basically very crazy during those period. And I think nothing is actually ever straight.
Yes.
All right. There's the up, there's the down, and it's just a cycle of life. And so it is in the Web3 space. So it's been an awesome ride, actually.
Oh, well, I think it's something I can relate with, because I think I've been in the bear markets for maybe one or the past bear markets that took a long turn on all of us.
Yeah.
That was the entry point for myself in Web3. While we were building a lot of cool things at the time. I think that's where I met you as well in Bankless. And it was a smooth journey. The beautiful thing is that we were able to make friends at the time. We were able to commit to certain projects. We're able to develop our skills from different angles. We're able to come up with new innovative ideas on what to build to provide solutions. Lots of people in the world, and helping onboard people as well. I did a little bit of onboarding.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm still doing a bit of it, but for our listeners particularly, what skills did you prioritize in your journey, and why did you prioritize those skills?
So getting into the Web3 space, I was already a designer, but I wasn't really into like designing interfaces. But Web3 was so interesting that, I just switched immediately, because I think my first ever gig in the Web3 space was graphics design. Exactly. But
what year was that?
This was 2020. Yeah.
Wow.
November, December 2020. I remember working for a Web3 media company. Wow. That was my first entry. Then late into the next year, I switched it to like UI UX design. But I think the most important skill that has ever helped me is actually networking, like communicating with people, building relationships. I'm sure all of these things are just like one thing. But that's like the most important thing. And honestly, if anyone is coming into Web3 and you have no other skill, just try network with people. Try be friendly, communicate, provide value. In any way you can provide value.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily need to be coding, design, community management. It could be anything at all, basically. Like, just try provide value, build relationships, and keep that relationship. Because throughout my entire time in the Web3 space, or this short period, like 4 years or so.
So you said 4 years is not short. A lot has happened in the past 4 years.
Yeah.
You can remember a lot of friends fell off. They're not there.
Yeah, I do. I know. Yeah. But the most important thing that has kept me running, that has kept my business and my team running, is the network of people that we know. The people we've met from Aragon, Bankless. Exactly. Like, those people just keep the business going for us, because we've built that value for ourselves that we can do this and we're still here. So people just still keep coming to us. So the most important thing is networking and keeping that relationship.
Awesome. So this is like a thing or two for especially young builders who are looking to come into the Web3 space, maybe transition from Web2 to Web3.
Yeah.
Not just having value. You can have value and nobody's willing to work for you. Nobody's even willing to hire you. Nobody's willing to let you contribute to their team.
Yeah.
I think my takeaway from what you just said right now would be try as much as possible to build relationships that are going to be very sustainable.
Exactly.
It beats even having those skills, right?
Yeah.
And then, but I just wanted to like touch base, like it kind of been circling back to what inspired you to start building Xelma.
Okay.
There's always one thing or two.
Yeah. There is. And if I remember correctly, before coming into like Web3, I already was running design agency. Yeah, I was. At that time, it was like social media, digital marketing agency. It was not really UI UX and user interface development. So I think the major inspiration was when I was getting this response from people that what I do is really good. So I kept getting request upon request. So eventually the best way to like make it work was like build a team around it.
Yeah.
Then we scaled into developing those interfaces, not just designing the interfaces. And so I think what really kept the inspiration was, we're building the next cool thing. Who knows? Like, who knows? We could have built Uniswap. Who knows? Right. So what keeps us going is that, guys, even if it's not ours, we're helping people achieve their dreams. And eventually that project or one project could just make it.
Yeah. Well, that's some points right there that even myself I'm going to use right now to keep running and keep building the products and the solutions that myself and the team are building as well. But then what does like motivation be for you? Like, how do I put it? I'm looking for a better way to structure this question. It's more like I don't want to say, how do you stay motivated when things are not going according to plan? Since you've started building Xelma, there have been ups and downs. There have been moments.
There's been a lot.
So, like, what role has motivation really played in there as opposed to this?
I think motivation comes from the community itself.
Yeah. I can relate.
Like, when things are down bad, like there's no project.
Yeah.
My team is looking up to me.
Yeah.
And then who am I looking up to?
Go on.
So
yeah,
I just open up Twitter and see people building a lot of stuff. Like, people are just building crazy stuff. Like, during the bear market, I I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be in a circle where we're all pumped and excited. We're building something. This guy is building something. Another guy is building something. Okay, me, what am I doing? All right, I have to do something also. So it's either I'm reaching out to clients or project, or I'm trying to build a tiny little project at my scale. So the motivation comes from the community itself. Like when you see people, hey, I just built this. Hey, we have social users. Hey, this is working. Hey, this is solving this. This is the solution. And you just get amazed. I think a major inspiration for me was one time someone in the Bankless community, I might not be so right there. Yeah, specific. Someone built this airdrop checker that Bankless HQ bought, and I was so amazed. It's just one page, bro. It's just one page. But that one page, you paste the wallet address, and you see airdrops that you're probably missing out on, that your wallet is eligible. And that was so inspiring. I think sometime later, I stumbled on his interview on YouTube. Then I really got to understand this guy. This guy was a computer engineer also. Then he got into Web3. Then one day he just thought about this thing and he built it over the weekend or in a week. He just built a simple thing and scale it, and it's a really useful solution. So that motivation is like so strong for me. Like, I think it's almost like every time I remember that video, that stuff.
Like keeping it up.
Exactly. Like, just keep doing it. Keep doing it. Just keep building.
Well, this is like something that a lot of us know, and at the same time, a lot of us don't know that continuity is very, very important. No matter how you feel. This is where discipline now comes in. Like the idea of, okay, it's not working, keep it up, 1% better.
I think you're the best person to talk about that.
I think all of us been doing a lot of things around discipline. I'm so big on discipline, especially around the area of showing up every single one. It's gonna work. I mean, someone did something for 999 times and it didn't work. Then,
but that last one,
bro, why are you doing something for 900 times? You should even lose the belief that you have in yourself over 900 times. Most of us might not last up to doing something for 300 times and not giving up. So like the idea of consistently showing up, like you said, going to Twitter to see people that are building stuff. Sometimes I run away from X because I don't want to say it's kind of intimidating. You're like, bro, are you wasting your life?
It is actually.
Are you wasting your life? Like you see other people, they are intentionally building things and they are showing up every single day doing that particular thing over and over and over again. And sometimes you see that, okay, it's beginning to work for them and you're like, maybe I should go back to the drawing board and circle out that one thing that is missing, which is the discipline. So if you're hearing this as a new builder or someone that has been in the space building, I don't think you should give up, man. Just keep going. Like one of these days is gonna work.
And build in public.
Exactly. I think that's what I'm beginning to do now.
You have to be.
I was not big on building in public. A lot of us were building like in the private, inside on Discord.
And on.
Right. We didn't want to spotlight. We didn't want to like come to X. We didn't want to go to LinkedIn. We did not feel like there was need for anybody to hear our story. But I feel like the more you build in public, the more people are going to see you. The more people are going to correct you.
And I would say, it's like a catalog of your history. So if you build 10 projects and you've talked about it, no one cared about it. But that one thing that you build and it blows up, then people just come check your page and they see the previous things you've been talking about. Like, okay, this is solid. All right. Because no one came from nowhere.
Yes, exactly.
I'm not sure if I got the phrase right, but people say no one just came from nowhere. They've been working, they've been doing it. So building in public.
Nice. I will run with that. Build in the public. I'm going to specifically work with this going forward. 2025 is part of the goal.
Honestly,
keep on building in public. I see what you were building in public, and it's very exciting, man. You might not know that people are watching, but through this, people are actually watching. But then, since you started building Xelma, have there been a particular time that you felt like giving up?
Yeah, several times.
How many times?
Uncountable. Uncountable, yeah, bro.
Wow.
Uncountable. Because it's just so hard where people have to like look up to me for their survival sometimes, you know, because I have teammates who are like depending on what we do. So it's like so difficult to be like, hey guys, I'm trying to like get projects on board. I'm meeting with this. I also tell my teammates like, you guys to go ahead, bring it on. I think recently we are even expanding. We brought the marketing person on board.
Nice.
So that marketing aspect has to like go somewhere else, because I was like the solo person doing everything within my own network, right? But now we are trying to expand. Exactly. So several times, bro, I've thought of giving up several times. Sometimes if you check out Twitter page very well, you see that there's some periods where we were silent, or I was silent. Because I was managing it myself.
Who are the we?
I was silent like for like several times. Has happened several times, but I think it's all getting better, and I'm learning. Like I'm expanding the team. I'm trying to bring the right people on board, but eventually we'll get to that height that we're looking forward to.
That's like one of the things that I'm so big on. I'm so big on being big.
Yeah.
I don't know what
I'm dream big. Like
it's just free.
Like, what's the worst case that can happen?
I mean, we came from nothing, so
exactly.
The hell we got to lose nothing. So
I mean,
dream big. But then, like, what's your take on hope? And maybe not hope particularly, around negative self-talking, like that self-doubt as a builder. You feel like, okay, you're looking at the products and sometimes they are good in your eyes, and you like put it out there to the public, and just one comment wants to like bring you down. All the months you've been working, all the weeks you've been like putting in work, someone just says like a bad compliment, like a bad comment on what you're building. How do you handle that negativity that sometimes come from people that you even look up to without them knowing that they're like negatively impacting you?
Yeah, I've experienced that. I can't tell anyone that you will not experience that. I can't tell anyone that you will not experience that. You will experience it, and it is part of the growth. All right, one comment might do you harm. Just keep on, because people will always talk.
Yeah,
you could build great things. People will talk. Sam Altman, OpenAI, people are against him, right?
Yes.
A lot of bad comments are on that there, but does it stop him? Exactly. Like
new features.
Elon Musk. People keep talking about, but just keep it, bro. Like, is it one comment that wants to pull you down? Then go check Elon's tweets and see the negative comments there, bro. Just keep on.
At some point,
those comments can't ever stop. Forget it. No, it will stop.
At some point, someone made a negative comment. You know, I try to like document my journey in personal growth.
Yeah, I see that, and you're doing well.
You should do that.
I will. Honestly, I will. 2025.
2025. That's like part of the goal. Like, okay, I'm taking this and I'm running with this. Perfect. But over the past 300 and over 380 days now, I've been documenting the journey.
That's nice.
To the gym every single day, making videos. And I think it was last 3 weeks or a month ago, I put out a new video on Instagram, and someone like, this is a very positive feedback they're giving me, but I don't know why I felt so bad about it. I did share that with my brother, and he actually wanted to bring me down. I feel like, okay, I don't want to make these videos again. At that point, maybe it was because I had so much hope for that particular video. And this is applicable in other projects as well that we're working on.
Yeah.
Building something and you feel very big on this thing, and just one comment from someone that you truly respect, like you're giving, like you build something I like, and they're like, bro, maybe it came out the wrong way, but I took offense. But over time, I listened to a particular podcast that changed the narrative for me. So I started looking out for more negative comments.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
So the more negative comments I get, the more I run with it, the more I make adjustments to be better. And ever since, it has shaped, maybe I think it has created a new way of visualizing people, how they're going to comment on the work that you're doing. So I deeply resonate with the fact that one comment is not enough to like hit you down there. So
yeah,
what's like?
And I think as long as you believe in yourself so much and you believe in what you're doing, man, nobody can stop you.
This is big.
Nobody can stop you. So aside the Web3 sides, aside building projects, it happens in our day-to-day lives.
Yes,
you want to do something you're deeply connected with, and your mom is like, no, you can't do this, I want you to do it. Like, come on, mom. All right, so it happens.
Yes,
it shouldn't stop you. It shouldn't stop you.
What's the bigger picture for Xelma?
The bigger picture for Xelma right now is being that agency that people would always refer to. I have an idea, I need to get it out ASAP. Xelma is the person. Xelma is the team. Our goal is to be that agency that turns your ideas into applications in a weekend, most likely in a weekend, with the advent of AI now.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's the goal we're looking out for. And we want to be that number one top agency. A Web3 idea, Xelma. So it's not just Nigeria, like not just Africa. It's a global thing.
But like, is Xelma like only a Web3 project, or does it have like a thing or two with Web2 projects as well?
Well, this year we did venture into Web2 projects because of the bear market. So we did. No, I can't hide it basically. Yes, we built Web2 projects.
But it was not part of the goal initially. Like
no, it wasn't. And it had a good should I say reward in it? Yeah, a very good reward in it, and I'm glad we did it. Yeah.
What was the like feeling like, working for brands and organizations that have a particular ethos as opposed to it's two different worlds, with the Web2 and the Web3 world, different sides to it. So what was the experience like for you? I'm just trying to like think about it, but
it's not so deep. Maybe because I've passed it now. It's not deep. Maybe. So there were cases where I was designing in a Web3 mindset.
Okay.
For this application, I remember clearly, and I had to like circle back and I'm like, okay, this is how it's supposed to be. This is a Web2 stuff, and it was kind of easy for our developers, for the designers also. It was kind of easy because everyone has an experience with Web2 platforms. Like we've all interacted with it before coming on board, so it was quite easy. It wasn't really strange. Yes, the clientele was totally different, and it wasn't an organization. It was just one entrepreneur in the US who needed to turn his ideas into a working product. And somehow we got linked up with him, and we made it happen. So it was not really distinct. No, it was not really distinct. And I feel like the way Web3 is going, that bridge will be so close, which is like Web3 world, Web2 world. Right now, people are talking about what's this word that people use now?
Adoption.
Yeah, adoption is it. But there's this word where people, developers are thinking of, okay, let's bring the normal authentication and login system into the Web3 space. So email address, all those kind of things should be used in the Web3 space, so that it's easy to like onboard the new people, so that it just reduces that friction of coming into the Web3 space.
Talking of onboarding new users, what effort has Xelma done to like onboard new users to it?
Yeah, our effort so far as regards that, it's helping out these projects, building for these clients, building for these teams that want to onboard new users. Let me even remember. Okay, there was is it this platform? It came out from Bankless. I think it was called Bankless Wallet. Yes,
Bankless.
Yes, Bankless Wallet. The entire authentication system at that point for the Bankless Wallet was a email login authentication system, and there were a few projects that were already doing this. So the idea for Xelma was to make that better, make that flow entirely better. So we did try, but I'm sure you know that the project didn't last.
Sorry, no,
it's fine. No, it's fine. It happens. No, it happens. The project didn't scale, I believe. I also think they changed their name. I can't remember clearly.
It's all good. We don't have to be.
We stopped communicating.
But in other words, like now, this is like taking me to the next phase of what I wanted to. You wouldn't call that failure actually, because
no, it's all part of the process.
It's a part of the process. But what has? Have you failed before?
Failed?
Yes.
Who hasn't?
I mean, a lot of people have, but in the process of building the Web3 space, like, what has your experience of failure been like?
Failure can be devastating, but now looking back at it wasn't failure. Okay, there was one time I and the guys built this app, this event ticketing app. We all were interested in that. Like, it was so amazing that we built it, that it worked. I think that was the first project that I built with my IRL friends.
Yeah.
We were all so excited. It works, bro. Like, this thing worked. Okay. All right. But scaling it was the problem. And that was not failure, but it actually hurt us a lot. It did hurt us a lot, but it wasn't failure.
What was like the major takeaway from that experience? Because myself, I can't resonate with what we were talking about, because there are lots of projects that I started a couple years ago with few co-founders. Even we did a pitch, and the first pitch I requested for $600,000.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was not funny at the time. Yeah, I remember during the time of the pitch, they said, yeah, that he will give me the money. The man I'm looking at. That was like them cracking jokes with what we were trying to build at the time is a solution. We are still building it even right now.
Yeah.
It's more of a like in the UAV space, drones technologies and all of that. While we're still developing that, but I feel like, okay, there are some parts of the development processes that we failed to do earlier. Maybe onboarding builders as well to build alongside with us. Yeah, there are some times that you can do something and you start feeling very overwhelmed.
Yeah, it happens.
I can't do it alone. What was the major takeaway from what you would not call failure but seem to be failure in your journey?
It's tough, All right. I think bringing people who are so motivated about what you're doing, and people who are on the same energy with you, because it's a very, very important. It's a very important thing. Not just the person being excited. Not just this person is going to be excited about it. Do they have that same energy? Are they willing to go the length you're willing to go?
Yeah.
To get this thing out or to get it working. So I think the major thing I would take away from that is looking out for the right people. And it can be so hard to get the right people, but just keep showing up.
Yeah.
The right people will somehow just come around. Like, I'm really excited on how Finn is building Elicode.
Yeah.
The right guys just came around. I remember him telling me clearly that he didn't reach out to these people. They came. And I'm like, okay, sir. This is nice. Unlike our earlier project that we built together, we go meet the person and sell them this idea, sell them this big idea that we'll get there. Eventually we'll get there. But it can't last.
Yeah.
That motivation doesn't just last, because building is for as long as you don't know.
Speaking of building, how do you handle burnout? I'm curious. Like, I want to know how lots of builders in the Web3 space handle burnout, because it's something that I've been experiencing.
I mean, different people will take it differently. Different people will take it like differently. And burnout. It's almost like every day I get burnt out.
I can hear you.
Yeah. So I try to stay away from the screen. I try to not a vacation. It's not an holiday. I just try to travel out.
Yeah, I saw. And it was fun. I'm going on my own next year.
Awesome. You should, bro. You should. You should. So most times it's a bit calculative, I go for events, and from the events I take the short break. So then coming back home, I'm coming back with that inspiration of, met crazy builders at the event. For example, I was at Eat Safari.
Yeah.
The fellow African builders I met there, Jesus, it was so motivating. It was so inspiring to see people within my age group doing this thing Web3 thing that I'm doing, but these people are doing it like, bro, you've gone far, bro, you built this and that. Oh, bro, okay. I must do it. So, like I said, Burnout, people take it differently. People would, work on smaller projects, work on personal projects. I at times try to work on personal projects because I'm so used to working. I just have to be doing something. So if I'm taking a break from my day-to-day job, or I'm taking a break from something I'm building, I just go work on smaller things, think about smaller things, talk with a few developers and talk with a few builders that I know. Who knows? At times, ideas come from there too.
Yeah, that's right.
Very recently, we had a problem in Xelma. We had this transaction problem within our teammates when I was trying to pay out. So we noticed there's this problem there, and we lost money due to that problem.
Wow.
So
sorry.
It's fine. It gave us this idea that okay, we could do this. But guess what? We were just rounding up one project. Everyone was exhausted. Like we can't go on another spree, bro. All right, but then that idea of this solution that we could do, inspired all of us. And guess what? The inspiration didn't come from me.
Wow.
No, it didn't come from me. The idea didn't come from me. One of the developers was like, okay, what if we do this and we do this and we do this? And everyone was like, oh yeah. The next day, we had another call, which has never happened like that. Next day, we had another meeting. Okay, everyone is brainstorming. We need a name. We need a domain. We need user flows. That same week, we built out the user flow. That same week, we talked to the developer to get a smart contract done. So right now, we're just building out the UI and front end.
That's a lot of productivity.
And this is
dealing with the right people.
Exactly. And this is we being burned out.
Okay.
But it's exciting. And we see it as a small project for us. So this is like our first project in-house. So it's really exciting.
Okay, so what are daily routines that you use for yourself and for your team members as well to ensure that productivity is at its peak?
All right. So the best thing I did this year is bring a project manager on board. That was the best. That was the best thing I did. Because there were times where I couldn't handle, but this guy was there. So this person's duty or his job is to ensure that everyone is on track, everyone is meeting their KPIs. All right, so we have this linear project board where everyone updates. It can be daily, it can be weekly. Yeah, everyone has access to it. So they go there and update the tasks they have done or they're doing. All right, so it's not necessarily an everyday thing for us, as long as there's a time schedule for a task or a project. Try to get it done as soon as possible. And I always tell them, this is not a full-time job.
Yeah.
We as a group, as a company, we are not there to bring everyone on board full-time. I'm the only full-time person here because Xelma is me, I'm Xelma.
Yeah.
So every other person just takes it that way and they try to contribute their quota. And I really love the way the guys just meet up to task, updates, and sometimes I just come up to our Discord channel and I see updates here from the developers, from the designers. Everyone's just working. Then the project manager is updating me that, okay, this is done. I even give him access like the clientele. Oh, not necessarily me. All right. So I think the best thing I did to boost productivity this year was to get the project manager on board. So instead of me, because I'm the lead designer, all right, I'm still under this guy. So this guy has to check on me at times. All right, so I can't do that job and then do his job, then check on me.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking about it.
I'm gonna run with that. It's just good to have. I was thinking of like an executive assistant, but now that I've had a project manager, it's I knew about project managers before now already. But
not necessarily project managers. I might be using the project manager term, which is probably ambiguous, but I just have someone who oversees and directs. Not necessarily, because if you go ask a project manager what they do now, they'll give you some kind of definition. So I just have someone that checks everything when I'm there and when I'm not there.
But what about like daily routines, like to enhance mental health and avoid burnout for the best part?
Yeah. So like I said, nobody's 100% full time. All right, dedicate the hours you can dedicate to get it done. In our initial meeting during the commencement of a new project, we ask you, or you just tell us basically, okay, this project will take me this time period. Am I available for it? Yes or no? So we have like different people for different tasks. All right. So if you're not going to be available, someone else. If both of you, then I bring someone else. I've done that before this year. I brought someone fresh to just make it work, because clients don't really care. So since it's not a full-time job, I don't expect you to dedicate 24 hours to get it done. If it to take you 24 hours within a week to get it done, just get it done. All right. And I think there's this thing I used to say. I really don't know the best way to put it, but what I usually tell them is, if you say you're going to do something within a time period, get it done. And I try to also do it that way, and just like lay an example. So it's like the most motivating thing for us as a team. Okay, I said, because we record our meetings.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you said you would take this long to get this task done, why is it not done? All right. So aside that, we might try to like show a little punishment for you not getting it done. I can mention it on the call and be like, okay, why did you get this done during this time period? Then you probably need to explain yourself also.
Nice.
Yeah. So
nice.
So everyone has their free time to just make it happen.
There's just a lot of things. But generally, I think the last thing I would want to know before we'd wrap up this particular episode, I would really like to have you on this pod sometime, very, very, very soon.
Sure, bro. Anytime.
Yeah. There's just so much to talk about that we can cover in one episode. I like what you guys are doing at Xelma, but I think one thing I wanted to ask of you would be, what would be the best advice that you can give anybody actually that is looking to transition from Web2 to Web3, or even they are building in Web3 already but might not be seeing the desired result? What's that?
Well, if you're looking to transition from Web2 to Web3, I'll say do it right now. I'm not saying leave your Web2 job that feeds you, that pays you.
Yeah.
But try transition right now. Because I did transition little by little. Because I'm sure no one in the right sense will like leave what's feeding them and go deep into the unknown. Because if you're a newbie coming into Web3, you're going into the unknown.
Yeah.
So just try get into it little by little and start with communities. That's the best way, honestly. It's not by going to Twitter and just commenting on other people's posts, because a lot of people do it on my post. They come under my post and comment, how can I start? I give them my Telegram, I give them personal DMs or personal access to me. I tell them a lot of things and no feedback, nothing to show for it. So somehow maybe Twitter doesn't work, Why not just do your research? Because the way I did it was, I remember clearly, I was in a bus going from school. I researched about communities. I found out about Aragon and Bankless DAO.
Yeah.
And I joined those two communities. And that's how it has been. It's been scaling from one point to another point. But if you're then in Web3 and you're not seeing the desired results you're looking for, keep doing it. All right. Okay, so you might not be doing the right thing. All right. Yeah. So you need to, like I said, find a community.
Yeah.
Because from the community, you see a lot of people. You see people who you can look up to, people who can advise you, people who are in your skill set. You can build friends from there. The greatest thing I ever did was building relationships.
Very, very important.
If I didn't build relationships, there is no Xelma.
I don't even think there'll be continuity.
Exactly. Like you could be alone. You could have no help because people speaking for you. Nothing beats that. So I think that's all I have to say there.
Okay. All right, thank you for sharing that with us, and then I appreciate you for joining us today. This was super short notice, but you made it happen.
That's fine, bro.
Thank you so much for joining once again. And there are a few takeaways from my end. I'm definitely going to get a project manager. You said definitely get it done.
Just get someone.
Just makes the work a lot more easy.
Yeah.
And for our viewers who are particularly not deep down into Web3, or maybe you've not transitioned, try to transition now. You're heading from the horse's mouth. Transition now and look for communities to contribute. We might not have a list of communities to contribute, but
no, do your research. Don't give a list.
Just do your
research
as much as you can. Find your feet, make friends, make connections. Try to build relationships that are very, very sustainable. And above every all of this, can just have a skill, right? If let's take, for instance, you didn't have a graphic skill, there's no way you'd even find entry.
Yeah.
You can learn on the go, but it would be more beautiful when you have a skill.
Faster.
Good to those communities.
Yeah.
That is it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Please try your very best to subscribe and leave a comment in the comment sections. If you have any questions, I'm going to link Isreal's personal X account and Xelma's X account as well in the description. So try your best to give them a follow to find more interesting things about what they're building on Xelma. Thank you.